It started as a harmless annoyance, a single, sharp knock on my front door. The first few times, I'd rush to answer, expecting a late-night delivery or a neighbor in need. But each time I was greeted by nothing but the chilly night air and the quiet street outside my suburban home. As the nights passed, the knocks grew more frequent, more insistent. It was as if someone, or something, was playing a twisted game. I tried ignoring it, but the sound clawed at my peace, making my once cozy living room feel like a stage for some unseen audience. Then, the pattern changed. The knocks migrated, no longer confined to my front door. They echoed from my windows, tapped against my walls, each thud sending a shiver down my spine. I'd lie awake, each knock amplifying my fear, turning my home into a cacophony of untraceable sounds. The neighbors claimed they heard nothing. Friends suggested it was just the house settling, but I knew it was something more. Something was toying with me, pushing the boundaries of my sanity. Then came that night, the climax of this unnerving symphony. The knocks reached a frenetic pace, enveloping my house in a storm of sound. And then, as suddenly as it had begun, it stopped. The silence was suffocating, a heavy blanket smothering the room. But it was the single, deliberate knock on my bedroom door that froze my blood. The air turned icy, a stark contrast to the warmth of my bed. Each step towards the door felt like wading through a nightmare, the silence more terrifying than the knock itself. My hand trembled as I reached for the doorknob. The familiar, comforting details of my room seemed distorted, as if warning me of the unseen terror that awaited. I knew, deep down, that opening that door would shatter the fragile veil between the ordinary and the unknown. As the cold metal of the doorknob pressed against my palm, a chilling thought crossed my mind. All this time, the knocks had been outside, an external tormentor. But this knock came from within my sanctuary, from a place that should have been safe. With a deep breath, I turned the knob, bracing myself for the unknown, for the face of my fear. The door creaked open, revealing nothing but a shadow disappearing behind the wall. Panic surged through me as I instantly slammed the door shut, locking it with shaking hands. I piled up chairs, books, anything I could find against the door, barricading myself in as I frantically dialed the police. It's been a week since that night, and the mystery only deepens. The police report turned up nothing, no signs of forced entry, no evidence of anyone being inside or even near my house. Even more disturbing, my surveillance cameras, which should have captured everything, showed nothing but static for the entire night. Now, I'm left with a haunting question. Was it all in my head? The thought chills me to the bone. Am I losing my grip on reality? The silence of my house weighs heavily on me, a constant reminder of that night. Each creak and whisper of the wind sets my heart racing. A part of me still half expecting to hear those knocks again. But there's nothing, just the eerie stillness and the unnerving feeling that maybe, just maybe, I wasn't imagining it at all. I only hope that this will never happen to anyone else.